that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tunga dakika 25 arishirinjira 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe aha bei dondoro aha kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nereberero kitongole cha Uganda Communications Commission.
Abantu nyina bakibale kagadi kakumiro na hadi hona mutabaruke habwokuba yansika arguza egabude obone baletera mibazi yona eyabuzireyira ikaranogya Kampala manya Kenya manya Dubai no gitoza hati nurekeraho genda bugenda mu batyasika arguza yona emibaze roho okukebera omubiri gwono kamanya na kyorwaire byona byabusa iwo kwenda kukebera computer kwigula ebinywa kandi inyo bakasitoma babo abakuru inyo bakubahereza special care bakusubuza green tea habeya yo musubuzi okuterwa mutwe kuterwa mutima ekiriroliro mubiri kuruma no kuzimba ebigeri ulcers hanija sukari pressure kusanyarara omusujja ogutakira kurumwa mugongo kuruma munda amani geksaija nege kazi toine iwo karwara amaino habo kwani obo kaba kuletera mbazi gwa amaino okubakweta high quality toothpaste bakusemereza buhereza high hinaiwe buli kya baraza babaho nyamarunda town council hasanyuka bar and lodge kandi kuruga kya kabiri kya kasatu kya kana kya katano kya mukaga hamuna kya sande baba karuguza ha office zabu enkuru ha muhanda gwa kikada waruga ha stand big bank hakona house ne kyapa kibahoja kwa no kirora genda nakasenti ko gule mibazi niko bakwijanja bokire abo kumanya bikiraho baza nabo ha 0786 mukaga 13 04 00 na 0740 95 10 23 yanshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikuremera oburumi munyingo mu baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese banu ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yokikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula binywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busase bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendezo munyeto gwine oinekizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amuhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda vision hakyombako kyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba ze simu 0 kinana na mnana msanju na msanju asatu na mnana na 0 nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi.
Esaha zikire ibire zekiro ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondolo migasita 10 ibiri mu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukubaza itwena titukwemerezebwa. MTN Uganda Limited nererwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good evening. It is exactly 8 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. This is Kdr's news in detail. Now, to start with, the National Forest Authority, NFA, has announced that it is in its final stages to complete the exercise of boundary opening and pillar installation in the 3 National Forest Reserves in Kibale district, including Rukara, Muhunga and Nyakarongo Central Forest Reserves. NFA surveyors last month commenced the exercise of boundary opening and pillar installation in 3 forest reserves. Richard Kyalisima, the NFA sector manager of Kagadi sector covering 3 districts of Kibale, Kakumiro and Kagadi, says 2 central forest reserves out of the 3 have been already completed, including Rukara covering Mugarama, Kiebando and partly Kasimbi sub-counties and Muhunga covering Kiebando sub-county. Kyalisima notes that currently the NFA staff surveyors are on the ground opening the boundaries and pillar installation on the Nyakarongo Central Forest Reserve covering parts of Kayanja and Matale sub-counties. He says that in the process of opening they have not encountered any challenges and that the few individuals who have been found to have encroached on the forest reserve land agreed to vacate, adding that the pieces of land that have been left outside of the forest reserve are prohibited from use until the NFA report on the exercise is out.
Tunayo meeting tumanyisa abantu empenda kuzigenzere so far tusaho bizibu byamane bitungire tukwebaza abantu abo kwataito kurungi n'abakulembeze b'abantu aba LC1 LC2 the gisos LC series tukubebaza muno abo enkora kurungi terera abantu obusaka obusigeire aheru tukubasaba tabusaha sazinu oba batabukolera mu kintu cyona sazinu bamafali ne report manze turuke niko fixan obuntu bukwara bukozesa so kubatere batakora batabutaha buyasi ni cyacu turasanga na busaha yarajya kuba nakwatibwa kwanga report ikaturukire badetere mu line ebikondo biri.
Kyalisima notes that Nyakarongo had 7 to 8% encroachment, Muhunga at 5% and Rukara was at 0%.
Abantu bakabamu abatahiriyeyo bamwe abamanyire n'abatamanyire singabona bakemanye ngo bakabatahiriyeyo so obuntu obo bugabukira mu kibira naipe ka NFA aro obuntu obusigira aheru bungibo okusinga no butaka obubere mu bantu sikira bayira kibale babere batabitahiriye muno na muno Rukara batatahire kibira muno bikabayifuka nkemu 2-3 n'emiti 3 zitu then kwiya Muhungago bakaba nabo batahirire atari out of 100 batahire like 5%. Nyakarongo bakabatahireho like 7 or 8%. Tabitahire muno abantu bakarespectinga ebibirebyo.
Away from that, researchers have urged the government to invest in ensuring that communities sort municipal waste before transferring it to dump sites to avert future calamities associated with poor waste disposal. Dr. Moses Mwesigwa, a senior scientist at the National Livestock Resources Research Institute, who heads the Zero Waste Diary platform, a project through which several products are made from cow dung, says the government need to create awareness such that it becomes a routine for households to have separate disposal containers for organic waste, plastic, metal and glass.
When waste is rotting, it produces gases, and one of the gases which can be easily corrected and made you treat out of it is the methane gas, because it goes off quickly. So all types of garbage can be used, can be decomposed to produce those gases. So if the government can invest, or an NGO can invest, or a community can invest in such a venture, every household has waste. But the problem is that people don't sort garbage right from the home. Every home should have a waste bin for the plastic, a waste bin for the food objects which decompose, a waste bin for the metal, and a waste bin for the glass, such that that mindset change is required right from the home. That one cannot be at community level. The investor will come for the products that produce gas. Another investor will come for the products that want metal, and another one that wants glass. Until the homes learn how to sort, this problem cannot be solved.
Dr. Collins Sentongo, an environmentalist, says the idea of sorting rubbish, incinerating it or recycling it to earn was introduced to the city authorities more than 10 years ago after he did a feasibility study on the landfill. Meanwhile, the World Bank has recommended the decommissioning of the dam site. However, technocrats at the KCCA say that the site will continue being used even after the tragedy until they find other sustainable disposal solutions. Engineer David Luyimbazi, the KCCA Deputy Executive Director, has told journalists that the commissioning of the site will happen after sensitizing and finding a place that will house large volumes of the municipal waste generated daily.
It's very unfortunate that the budget regarding fuel consumption and all have a gabble. So that is we have a landfill to sanitize, which we have to decommission. We cannot decommission while we're not there. Secondly, we have 4 acres of space there that we have to continue using. Chitezi is not only serving Kampala, it is serving Mukono, it is serving Wakiso, it is serving Chira municipality, it is also serving Machindi Sava Gabo. So that is a regional landfill. So we cannot leave because we have space there, and there's no space around town that we can immediately just cut off and move to. Nkumba is also a distance from Kampala. That implies additional budget regarding fuel consumption and all. Second, we also don't want to overwhelm Nkumba.
Away from that, the first all-electric commuter taxi in Uganda has been launched following a partnership between Freedom EV Electrical SMC Limited and Kampala Capital City Authority KCCA. The vehicle, manufactured by Dongfeng Automobile Company in China, runs for between 250 and 300 kilometers on one full charge for 40,000 shillings, making it even more cost-saving than diesel and petrol-powered battery vans. For 120 million shillings asking price, the van has a 3-year all 100,000 kilometer warranty, which offers free services where needed during the warranty period. Ratan Tayal, the managing director of Freedom EV in Kampala, says this is quite cheap compared to the common 14-seater mini buses that cost 80 million shillings. Tayal Yasa says that he is aware that the Ugandan public transport industry prefers 14-seaters and larger capacity vehicles, but explains that the 10-seater vehicle is what is preferred in their initial Chinese and Nepalese markets. He assures that soon the 14-seater and 28-seater buses will be in the country, and the seats will also be adjusted to suit the physique of the Ugandan passenger. Now, Benjamin Asiimwe Buvari, a sub-county chief in Rubanda district, has been arrested by the police after he reportedly tried to bribe the acting Rubanda district resident commissioner who had summoned him for questioning over 15 million shillings. Eric Sewandingi, Rubanda district acting RDC, says that Asiimwe has been evading arrest since a special audit was carried out and established that up to 15 million shillings was missing from the Bubare sub-county coffers. Part of the missing funds were for paying a supplier, while the rest was local revenue. So Wandingi says that he summoned Asiimwe to his office, but the sub-county chief noticed that he was heading to jail if he was to see the RDC in his office at the district headquarters, so he requested a one-on-one meeting with the RDC at the Capricorn Hotel in Kabale municipality. The RDC says he agreed to Asiimwe's request, but he went with a policeman. The RDC says Asiimwe was subsequently transported back to Rubanda district, where he is currently detained awaiting prosecution.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
For the news on the international scene, travelers should consider getting vaccinated against mpox if they will be visiting affected areas in Africa, new advice says. The European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control has updated its recommendations in response to the outbreaks of a new strain of the virus. Other continents, including Europe, can expect some cases too, it says. The ECDC says the risk of it spreading elsewhere is low, despite the World Health Organization recently declaring the mpox situation a global emergency. The disease, formerly known as monkeypox, can be passed on by close contact with anyone with the infection. Dear listener, it is 12 minutes past 8 p.m. As I wind up the newscast, a quick look on the top stories once more. NFA in final stages of boundary opening for 3 forest reserves in Kibale. Researchers call for awareness on waste disposal. Sub-county chief arrested for attempt to bribe RDC after embezzling 15 million shillings, and travelers are advised to consider mpox vaccine. That's it. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I wish you the best of your night, and please keep with us.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM